This is a tutorial on the use of the price file maintenance. This is a simple tutorial on setting up basic prices for products. There are more detailed tutorials available for stepped pricing or quantity break pricing. This screen is used to set up pricing for records in the sales order processing side of the application, both in the order entry side OE2100 and also in the EDI processing in the EI module. When we come into this screen, we can set up pricing based upon various criteria. For example, you could set up pricing by the customer product groups, customer classes, by the province or state, currency, GL branch number, in combination with the product group and product class. If you look at the online documentation for this program, the hierarchy of the pricing that is retrieved through the sales orders is documented. For example, if you have pricing set up by currency product for a particular product, but you also have pricing set up by a customer product, the customer product combination would take precedence over the pricing by the currency product. Customer groups are set up in program OE1310, and that consists of groupings of customers together like customers. So you might have a grouping by all of your distributor customers, and if you set up pricing records in the screen for that, all those customers of that particular group would get that pricing record. However, again, due to the hierarchy, if within that group, if you had one of your customers within that group where you've set up separate pricing for that customer product combination, then in that case, that's higher up in the hierarchy, and that customer product price record would be retrieved. We have also here the order unit of measure that we enter for the order unit of measure that's going to be used on the sales order. So it could be things such as boxes, cases, each, and the order stock factor. For example, you may sell to your customer in cases, and each case contains 12 units, but you may in your stock file maintenance set up this particular product as being stocked by units. So in this case, if you had 12 units per case and your order of unit measure was case, then your order stock factor here would be 12. At the top of the screen here, we have the entry mode. Currently we're in full screen entry mode, so we can come through here and enter in, for example, a customer, and next we would enter the product number. We could enter a customer class and a product number, or customer class and the product group, or customer class and the product class. If you select pricing by product group or for a product class, that only applies to percentages discount. It doesn't apply to an actual amount. So for example, if you were selling something for $10, you would have to use that specific product here. And if you're going to give a 10% discount, you could use either the product group, or a product class. When entering a new record in, and you're at the top part of the screen here, at some point before you get to the product number field, you will be required to enter in at least one of these fields. So your pricing is either going to be by the customer group, the customer class, province or state, or currency, or by the GL branch. Now for ease of entering of pricing, we have various selections here. We can go by product, and if you hit enter at this point, the screen simply comes up, and this allows you to enter in perhaps your price list for various currencies. So in this case here, if I wanted to enter a currency of CA, and I'll select a product from our list of values. We'll take these platinum coil springs. We'd enter that in, Next we go to our order unit of measure, do a list of values on that. Okay, and we're going to select from our list of values boxes and enter our stocking factor, which may be 12. Then if we come down to the type field, this is just informational purposes only. It's free format. You can enter anything you wish at this point. Also for reference, you can enter anything that you want in there to cross-reference that. Percent or amount. So at this point we can select that this is pricing record is going to be by a percentage or a certain dollar amount or whatever your currency may be. We're going to skip the step pricing for the moment because that'll be covered in a separate tutorial. The effective date defaults to today's date. You can change that. Expiry date, you can enter an expiry date, or if you don't want it to ever expire, you can leave that blank, and you can come back later on and enter that in if you at some point want it to expire. And then you can put in your price in this price field and the price per, and at this point we can save the record. And so now the record has been saved. So we'll clear the form now, and we'll go through a few of the other entry modes. We can also select by customer product, and we can enter our customer on the product. The customer currency will default into this field and enter our records. Next we can select a contract price. If we have a contract set up, we can put the contract number in here and then enter all the products that belong to that particular contract. And finally, promotion product. For particular sales promotions that we have, we set up our promotion and all the products that belong to that particular promotion. So we'll go back into full screen mode and use the full screen mode to enter a pricing record in. Okay, in this instance I'm going to set up pricing by product group, and I already have one set up, a particular customer group that it's called Home Tools. There's a separate tutorial on setting up the customer groups. Then I would come down here and enter in how I'm going to do my pricing as a particular product, or is it by a product group, product class. So I can do a list of values at this point, select from the list of values. And we're going to take the first one on the list of values here. Next we'll enter our order unit of measure and order stock factor, and then we can come down here and enter a reference if we wish. Spring sale and expiry date. And save our record. This program functions in the hierarchy of the ship to, the bill to, and the statement to customer. So if you have pricing records set up for a particular ship to customer, and you also have it set up for the bill to customer and the statement to customer, the ship to customer takes priority. So the retrieval of the price record would be first to the ship to, and then if that didn't exist, it would use the bill to, or finally at the lowest end of the priority, the statement to customer. Just to mention, the bottom part of the screen here refers to the price breaks that you may want to enter for particular products. There is a separate tutorial on how to set up pricing records for price breaks. This concludes the tutorial on basic price file maintenance.